They need to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care. There's no excuse at this point not to have them in there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You son of a bitch. Why do you intentionally do this to me now every single time?
Because we be having good conversation. They need to see this stuff sometime.
The show would be more famous if you just listened to us argue.
This guy posts send me a video ICP performing in concert. And gonna say ICP outdraws Ja Rule. Now, Ja Rule, in all due respect, if anyone thought Ja Rule was a top 10, top 15 hip hop artist in his heyday, y'all smoking the same drugs that a lot of them cats were smoking overseas. All right. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to insult nobody, but Ja Rule is not even top 15 right now. ICP got a loyal fan base. ICP got a loyal fan. Ja Rule doesn't have a loyal fan base. The last loyal fan base Ja Rule had was in the early 2000s.
Just say that you proved my point for me by saying he doesn't even tour anymore because nobody wants to see him. They're up there in their mid-50s, almost mid-50s, still pulling crowds.
Think about it. What was the last good album that Ja Rule put out?
He's never put out a good album, but people paid to see him for some reason.
What was the last decent album that he put out? Decent.
2002. Maybe 2001.
This guy, see, he only doing this because I have a R&B station.
I am. You're 100% correct.
Once it comes back. But he wants to talk this rap stuff, man. Let's see. When was the last hit album that Ja Rule made?
You're going to be severely disappointed.
Use 2002, The Last Temptation.
See?
And what year is this? 2026.
Yeah. And your point?
When was the last hit album made by ICP?
They just had a bunch of shit hit platinum and gold.
No. See, The Mighty Death Pop, August 14, 2012, and then it peaked at number 4. So we got one artist who last hit album was in 2002. It didn't even peak in the top 5. And then we have the ICP who last hit album peaked at number 4, The Mighty Dead Pop. So basically one group, one singer rapper, their last hit album was over a decade ago. And Ja Rule came 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
And ICP still making my point like 14 years. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. They hit albums like over a decade ago. Who cares?
Whatever makes you feel better. You were just making my point for me.
No, it don't make me feel
get you worked up, and it worked.
Tupac Shakur, who I love, one of my favorite artists. I'm defining that for you. The man was a rap artist, actor, poet, etc. All Eyes on Me was better than any Ja Rule's album.
Nobody is here to debate that at all.
And
ICP is a totally different type of music and a whole different premise of music.
Again, better than Ja Rule's and ICP albums.
I mean, if you really want me to start tearing into Tupac and the hypocrisy of like every song he wrote, I could do that, but you're going to get very upset with me like you have in the past.
What's that?
If I start going into the hypocrisy of almost every Tupac song that he wrote.
Oh, Tupac, great.
I'll let you have that one.
I mean, he is. I mean, I can name.
I'm not saying he's not great.
I can name 5 people artists better than Tupac, straight up.
Yes.
But I just said he's an artist. I ain't say he's a rap artist or a hip hop artist. He's an artist.
He's a good writer. That's his best qualification. He's a good writer.
Again, the man was an actor, a poet, a hip hop artist, an entrepreneur,
You know
a
who else
leader
was?
in the black community.
DMX.
But
And he was
I just
incorrect.
said he's an artist. I didn't say it. I just also said I can name probably about 5 hip hop artists better than Tupac.
And if we're going to talk about him being an actor, you know who outsold Tupac? DMX.
Who?
You might even make a case that Ja Rule's acting career was bigger than Tupac's. That really upsets you.
Ja Rule. You know, this is why I'm going to the doctor on Thursday because the nonsense like this I hear all the goddamn time. This is why I'm going to the doctors, and this is
I
why more
keep you.
likely I'm about to take short-term disability. When I hear stuff like this, I just don't understand that. I just don't understand sometimes. I really don't. I really don't. Like I love the discussion of music. But what Jamie also do knows that I appreciate good music of our genre. It don't matter if it's rap, hip hop,
He
rock and
loves some
roll.
country music.
It don't even matter if it's good music. I'm gonna listen to it.
Tell everybody how much you love Shabuzi. So tell everybody how much you love Shabuzi.
Oh, I don't. I don't. I love good music. I don't care what it is. I love good music. But sometimes when me and my brother here, we begin to our music discussion, it's like I can Kid Cudi and ICP. I appreciate his level of love and music for the people of the groups he listened to, and they get me wrong. Tech Nine, very underrated. Very, very, very underrated.
Talk about somebody
He's so
better than
very
Tupac.
underrated that a lot of main street artists work with Tech Nine, and they give him props more than the national music media does. Very underrated. That's one guy I can say who went independent and did his own thing, and he's probably the most successful independent artist that's ever been out there, hands down. Just no denying that. He's about the only one that I will listen to. Now I have listened to others. He had given music, so I have listened to them. But I can't put them and say, well, you know, they're better than Rakim or they're better than Pop or they better than the
You have
Notorious
taken this
B.I.G.
so
Now,
wildly out of
if you want to
control.
say, I do believe that a lot of the artists that he listened to, and he will tell you who they are. Do I believe they're better than some of today's hip hop artists? 100% yes.
Well, of
If I
course,
had to
rap
say,
doesn't even like chart on the music
a lot of the
charts
guys
anymore.
he listens to are better than some of the artists that came out between the year 2008 and now. 100%. Because at least I understand what they're saying. The message they put out there, I kind of understand. The message that I'm hearing in today's hip hop and rap is not for me. Matter of fact, today's message, I don't know what the hell it is. I do know what it is, but I just don't agree with it. Prime example, anytime if I gotta listen to Rick Ross, who comes out here and say, "Oh, I got a hard album," his album ain't cracked the top 100. Excuse me, ain't top. It didn't crack the
Rap
top
music
20.
is dying. It doesn't even chart anymore. It doesn't matter who you are.
It's so Rick Ross album was so bad that it's getting dissed by non hip hop artists. Think about that.
Yeah.
Anytime Ti, who I do like, made his last album, and I wasn't expecting his last album to be as good as it is, and it was. Anytime his album is better than Rick Ross and Ti is not an active hip hop artist or rap artist anymore, and his album is better than Rick Ross, who does this on a full time basis, we got an issue. It's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, I stand by what I said. ICP, they're good. I'm glad Jamie likes them, but personally, I don't think they're better around DMC. I like ICP, but they ain't
First
better
off,
DMC.
let's get back to the
Not better
crux
than
of the
Beastie
argument.
But I will give ICP their respect of they continue to be out here performing. They continue to make music. They continue to sell out concert venues. I give them all the credit in the world to be in their 50s and doing what they love to do. by the end of the day, if they're not better than Outkast, and not better than Run DMC, and not better than Wu-Tang, and who else out there, not better than the Beastie Boys.
First off, I got to bring it back to the crux of what we were arguing about. It had nothing to do with them being the best of anything. It was just simply making fun of Ja Rule because it's so easy to do. And I haven't done it in a long time, so I threw one out there. And why you're going to the doctor on Thursday is because you just spent a 10-minute rant going on about this.
Hey, look. Look, this is what we can agree upon when it comes to ICP. At least they're selling out shows compared to the WWE.
It's 100% true. And they should absolutely be in the Hall of Fame. If you look at their celebrity wing alone, there's nobody in the celebrity wing of the WWE that has done remotely close to anything that ICP has done.
They don't fit the mold of what the WWE is all about today.
Yes, they don't, and that's why they're not in. But again, if you're just looking at just credentials, they have more credentials than anybody else in the celebrity wing. The only person that would probably come close is Pete Rose, just because Pete Rose got physical so many times taking tombstones from Kane. And that's probably the only one. Lawrence Taylor doesn't count because he did it one time. Mike Tyson was involved really one time. How Kid Rock is even in there because he performed twice, who cares?
Oh, you know why.
Oh, I know why he's in there, but
I don't. You know what, man? We already know what the WWE was all about. This is the same company who valued Kid Rock more than they value Ilya Dragunov, who can't get on TV. We seen more of Jelly Roll than Dragunov. We seen more of we seen a lot of wrestlers and people who are not part of the WWE get more TV time than Ilya Dragunov. And why am I starting with that? Because I know me and James talk about Dragunov almost every other show. Because a report came out, and I know Jamie's seen it. I know he's seen it. Is that the reason why he's now on TV is because TKO and the WWE use analytics, and they said that Dragunov is basically unwatchable on TV. That's why we don't see him on TV. Not visa problem, not due to injury, as they put it out there a while back ago. Oh, he has a visa problem. Nah, it's analytics. But it's funny how if analytics didn't have a problem when he won a U.S. title and when he was carrying SmackDown by himself.
Didn't have a problem when he was being built up as the next big guy before he got hurt by Gunther. Like, nothing changed besides the fact that he was out having to recover. I'm honestly surprised they didn't release him while he was out in recovery, because WWE low-key loves to fire people when they're healing up from being injured wrestling for WWE. At this point, I hope they release him. He would get snatched up by AEW so fast and probably be in a much better position.
I know he's ready for release too.
Release the whole lot of them. Carmelo, Jordan, because AEW would pony up the money to grab all of them because that would be a ratings boost right there. I mean, they felt the same way about Swerve Strickland. Look at Swerve Strickland now.
I'm quite sure that AEW pony up Tony Khan will, who has unlimited cash, deep pockets in the WWE, will literally go out here and sign Julia, Jordan Grace, Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes. Who else I'm missing here? Kiana James. Give me some more names. Who am I missing here? Who am I missing here?
There's so many. I mean, look at the Luchadors. The only reason Luchadors is because they came up with some phony tournament because they're having an event in Mexico City. You take that event away, Rey Fenix wouldn't be on TV. Penta would still be on TV, but Dragon Lee wouldn't be on TV. Rey Mysterio would do his one backstage segment a month that he gets. But yeah, you take all those guys. They wouldn't be around if it wasn't for this one single event they're doing in Mexico City.
Yeah, this is crazy. Analytics, the reason why your best wrestler other than Chad Gable and Gunther, he is sitting on the sideline because of analytics. Because he's not popular enough. Because he don't get a good response from the crowd.
And again, who controls that?
Yeah, Triple H does.
100%. That's why everybody goes back to that comment. Oh, you got to put yourself in the spot to get TV time. You are the one that's in control of that. Unless somebody goes so over the top like LA Knight did to make it to where he's basically an unstoppable force, you can't, because he controls the TV time. He controls what you get to do.
Yeah, it's like, so basically what he's basically, because of analytics, they're basically saying that this is the reason why that they're making Julia look like Julia, one of your best female wrestlers in general, look like a loser.
You know, this is the second conversation this week about analytics, and I'm so sick of hearing about analytics. The world ran perfectly fine, sports ran perfectly fine before analytics were ever used. You know who else had to hear about analytics? The reason Steve Eiserman lost his job, there's a lot of different reasons, but the point that they make is that Chris Ilitch wanted to be talked to in analytical terms from Steve Eiserman. Steve Eiserman is not an analytics guy.
Nah,
and so he wanted to be talked to in analytics terms. Eiserman doesn't use analytics. They don't do any of that. He doesn't understand it. They don't use it, whatever. And they're saying that that's part of the reason Eiserman lost his job. Eiserman should have lost his job, not disagreeing with that at all. But when you base everything on analytics, it's like if I was to give you an award, let's say you played basketball. If we strictly went on stats alone, you would say LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time, right?
Right.
Is he?
Unbelievable. Yeah,
not even close. Dennis Rodman, perfect example. How many championships was Dennis Rodman hugely helpful with? Both of the Bad Boys titles.
And all three
with the Bulls, the Spurs, every team. He was massively helpful. Is it because of his stats? No, it's the immeasurable things that he does. Same thing in wrestling, same thing in hockey, same thing in baseball. Baseball analytics do have a certain spot, but to use them in pro wrestling when everything is scripted, it's the most asinine thing that you could ask somebody to do. Oh, we're using analytics. We don't put you on TV so your merch isn't selling. Well, who's going to go buy a shirt of a guy that they're not going to see on TV?
Not me, not you, nobody.
Exactly. So again, it's
this
so
is the same
frustrating.
company. This is the same company that uses Chat GPT to write their storylines. This is the same company that uses Chat GPT to ask Chat GPT, hey, who should go over tonight?
It's so bad. And like, I don't want to rail on WWE every week, but like, even watching last night's show, the only benefit
to it
is that I can wait until the show is over, and then I can just skip through almost everything. So I can watch Raw in 10 minutes instead of having to suffer through 2.5 hours.
I watched the show today.
I watched most of it because I did flash through just to be like, okay, what's happening? And then when I had more time, I put it on. I just let it run. But the Lucha matches were good, as expected. The Rey Mysterio Chad Gable match was good, as expected. Rey Mysterio shows he's still got a little bit left in the tank. Enough to be sucking up so much TV time? No. But the Bloodline stuff, Solo Sikoa is literally the best thing you have going in the entire company right now. And it's not because of Roman Reigns. It's because of Solo Sikoa. And to Triple H's point, you have to put yourself and earn the TV time. You put him on TV time. What was he doing before you gave him all this TV time? You took his faction away. You fired half of them. You put the other two with Haku. So what did Solo do to earn TV time? Nothing. You just happened to put him in that spot, and he is excelling at it. So why don't you put other people in these spots instead of having the Bella twins sitting around doing nothing, having R-Truth, who I still love, and Damian Priest sucking up TV time? You don't care about the tag team division. Break them up, retire the titles, and put more singles matches on.
Yeah. So I agree with you. Actually, the Rey Mysterio and Chad Gable match probably was the best match of the night.
Oh, it was definitely the best match. Well,
best match of the night.
Yeah, it was still the best match. I mean, the Dragon Lee match was really good too.
Yeah, and listen, I'm looking forward to the Arena of Mexico, Raw in Mexico. So can we just go ahead and skip ahead and just go ahead and give us Penta versus Rey Fenix?
Well, and that's what the whole thing is gearing up for that, and it's not going to do them any good. And again, how do you have Rey Fenix versus Dragon Lee in the second round? That's who the final should be. Penta should not be in this tournament unless you fully have him plan on beating Roman Reigns, which we know isn't going to happen. Penta shouldn't have been in this tournament. This should have been Penta's already got an established fan base. You should have used this to build up Dragon Lee and build up Rey Fenix. And that's who should have been in the finals. But instead, you're having a semifinals match. Just so that it can ultimately be Penta versus Rey Fenix.
Yeah.
Why?
Look, don't get us wrong. That's gonna be Penta versus Rey Fenix is gonna be a great match because they're brothers. They know each other's skills.
They're both incredible. Rey Fenix is still better than Penta, but again, Penta doesn't need this right now.
Nah, he just lost an IC title. Like you said, he's over. You could have used this to have Rey Fenix versus Dragon Lee, Rey Fenix versus anybody. And not only that, Penta just came out of a semi-major storyline. Him and Chad Gable, he lost his title to Chad Gable. And you would think that since he lost his title to Chad Gable and lost the rematch to Chad Gable, that he would still be in the conversation for the IC title along with Ethan Page, who we haven't seen on TV in 2 weeks. So if this whole thing is set up for Penta versus Roman Reigns,
it is.
Now, I understand. Look, I know. I truly believe they're big on Penta. We know they are. But at the end of the day, this should be, like you said, man, I can't argue with that point. At the end of the day, this should be Rey Fenix versus Roman Reigns or Dragon Lee versus Roman Reigns. I prefer Rey Fenix versus Roman Reigns because they make more sense.
I mean, the finals of this tournament should at least have been Rey Fenix versus Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Instead, you're getting it in a semifinal match where people are going to forget about it. It's just there.
Is it wrong for me to say that the best luchador in the WWE is Rey Fenix and he's on SmackDown?
No, but you could also make a case that Dragon Lee is like right there with him because Dragon Lee is that good. He really is.
He 100% is. 100% is. I just think Rey Fenix just a little better. And just the simple fact that Rey Fenix was a world champion and AAA numerous of times.
That's well, now he's the cruiserweight champion. So
yeah. But nah, man, don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to the matches. To me, it's all about if you just want to do Roman Reigns versus Penta, fine, do the match. But it don't got to be in the arena in Mexico. You can just do the match on the Raw.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make any sense that Roman Reigns is even in the match. Besides, unless they're just like, we need to give AAA a boost for ticket sales, put Roman in this match.
It might be that Raw needs a boost.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is your AAA is a better company right now. Like the ratings are better, so you're bringing up all that talent to help Raw out. Once this tournament's over, you're going to go back to what you had before, and people weren't wanting to watch, and people weren't buying tickets.
Yeah.
So you're throwing a Band-Aid on it right now by bringing the luchadors up. Cool, but it's not going to last.
No. But welcome to the show, the Signature Adventure Podcast. Sorry, we just having a nice discussion. That's my brother Jamie. I'm the No Man DS Walk. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share the show. We did have some topics, and we went right to it. This is not going to be a very long show today. But as you can tell, we hit one on Rey Fenix versus Penta. They're going to give us that. We're talking about the Bloodline. And when I watched Raw today, I went in to watch it with no expectation. What I mean by that is I expect Raw to be consistent as it was been over the last month or so. We'll get a few good matches here, but majority of Raw will be boring because there's really nothing, no big storyline worthy come out of Raw other than the tournament, the rest of Roman Reigns at the Arena in Mexico, the Obafemi versus Brock Brock Breaker. That story I'm enjoying. And the Bloodline, the Bloodline story has mainly been 2020 something. It's been very boring. I will give them a little credit. They picked it up by Jey Uso delivering solo, Samoan Spite, Roman, save. I'm sorry, man. I'm
LA
sorry.
Knight save Solo.
My thoughts are here. But no, he's Samoan Spite Roman and save LA Knight. And
So LA Knight saved him.
yes. Well, they saved each other. That's called like that. They saved each other.
Either way, whatever.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu was about to put the big ass beat down on LA Knight. Then Roman Reigns stopped him. Roman Reigns berated him. And why he did that, Jacob Fatu stood in the corner and LA Knight just went to work on Roman Reigns. Gave him the BF. What was that? Was it the BF something?
BFT.
BFT.
BTF? It's break your something.
I don't know. Can we just say that he needs a new finishing move and a new name?
It's so awkward. Like the way he has to grab them and go, it's not a good looking move. It's like when Randy Orton used to do the overdrive. You remember that? Like early on when he did that whole leg thing where he'd like crank it. It's like, it looks cool, but you could tell like it doesn't do anything. No, and it doesn't even look like it makes an impact. It's as bad as like when John Morrison, now the Starship press or whatever he would do, it looked cool, but like that's your finisher? Really? A second rope moonsault? Like,
yeah. If there's one thing, that'd be the one thing I'm surprised Triple H or anybody in the back say, hey man, you gotta change your finishing move. Because Vince McMahon would have done that very instantly. If he didn't like it, if anything was affected, hey, you gotta change, you gotta come with something different. Like I kind of think like with LA Knight, I would love him to see something of the Miz Bone Crusher finale type of move because it's simple, it's easy, it's not hard. And I think if he does it, I think it'll be more effective for him because he's not a power guy. He's built like a power guy.
I was going to say, he's jacked. Like, he could be a power guy if he wanted to be. Like, even standing next to, like, watching Raw last night, standing next to Jacob, he's huge compared to Jacob.
Yeah.
Like, he could easily be a power guy if he wanted to be.
Yeah.
But there's so many good wrestling moves that just don't get used. And I'm like, reach out to these people. Technically, you don't even have to. You could just take the move. But if you want to have the sense, reach out to some of these guys. Like Chelsea Green does her variation of the Unprettier. LA Knight would be a good one to be doing an Unprettier. It fits his character. Be perfect. Nobody else does it.
Let's see LA Knight do the Razor Ramon Razor Edge.
Well, Damian Priest taking that, and then Rhea Ripley's also. She never needs to do it ever again. Yeah, that last one she tried looked terrible.
David Priest shouldn't do it again either.
The way he does it, it does not look good at all. Like Razor Ramon made that perfect every time.
And how many variations of the frog splash we seen on TV?
That's one of the moves that if I was in charge of creative, moonsaults, frog splashes, and super kicks, done. Yeah, unless you're on this few short list, a couple people, nobody's doing them. I don't want to see them on TV.
And the spear.
Oh, and the spear, obviously, without saying. Like, you just eliminated all of the Samoans' moveset. So they basically got to go down to the Performance Center and figure out how to re-wrestle at that point.
And Braun Breaker.
And Braun would be on the exception list for the spear. Just like Tiffany Stratton and Io Sky would be on the exception list for the moonsault because they're perfect. And they do enough of a variation of each that it's unique to them. Dominic might be the only person I'd give the exception to with the frog splash.
Oh, Montez Ford, definitely.
Montez, like, I don't even consider his a frog splash. His is just a fall from heaven splash. Like it's its own thing. Like I don't consider it a frog splash.
But man, he gets some height and distance.
Well, that's the point. Like it's its own thing. I don't consider it a frog splash even remotely. It's a splash, but he gets so much elevation. Nobody's touching that. So he's on the exception list. Super kick. There are no exceptions at this point. Like nobody's doing it. I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see the pedigree no more. Because
everybody started just throwing that in.
I seen Seth Rollins' variation of it. I don't want to see that no more.
He's really the only one that does it consistently, but it has slipped in with some other wrestlers. I mean, John Cena did it on his retirement tour. That doesn't really count, but there are some other wrestlers that have let it slip in, and it's like that's a finisher. That's not just a regular move. That's like making a creative wrestler in a wrestling game and using all finishers for your entire move set. Again, why is somebody not using the Dominator? Sometimes the best finishing moves are the most simplistic. You don't have to do anything fancy. There's no long, drawn-out setup for a Dominator. All you got to be able to do is flip that person over with like a snap motion, and it'll look good every time.
And that's why I'm a Ricky Saints fan, because he does a variation of the Dominator.
His variation is very good. I like it. But again, his variation is unique to him. If somebody just did a flat standard Dominator, Powerhouse Hobbs, better than a spine buster, fits your character perfectly.
Yeah. But what I basically be trying to say is that if LA Knight would have a better signature and a better finisher move, maybe, I doubt it, but maybe creative would look at him just a little bit different.
Well, and on top, he has the Rhea Ripley and Sol Ruca problem of he botches one of his signature moves almost every time he does it. That whole jump up onto the second rope and then pop yourself. Yeah. He misses the rope almost every time.
Yeah.
So like, dude, if you can't hit the move,
don't do it.
Do a variation of it, or just stop doing it altogether and do something different.
Yeah. But what we're getting at is that Roman got a beat down yesterday, and Jacob Fatu didn't do anything, and everybody up here questioned, "Oh, is that a big swerve, or is that a tease of something to come?" It might be, but remember what Roman said, that he doesn't want nobody touching LA Knight. And when Jacob put the beat down on LA Knight and Roman stopped him, and he just stood in the corner and watched Roman get his ass kicked, Jacob Fatu actually taking orders like, hey, don't touch LA Knight, no matter what, regardless.
Well,
and that shit backfired.
You're having this tournament with all these luchadors to wrestle Roman Reigns, and they don't even have him acknowledging it. That tells you how seriously WWE is about it. Like, he should be like, hey, I'm going to deal with Solo, but first I got to address this tournament that's going on. I don't care who you are, this and that, yada, 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 whatever. But they don't even have him talking about the tournament. So that just tells you that there's not going to be any build up to it. They're going to wrestle a match. Penta will look decent in a couple spots. He'll lose, and then we'll act like it never happened and just keep going back to the Bloodline stuff with LA Knight.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm still waiting on them to tell us about the John Cena tournament that was supposed to happen.
But don't worry. If you lose, you could still win just by the fans voting for you. Because that's how we're going to get new talent to the top. But yet, when the fans forgot you even work for the company, how are they going to vote for you? A la Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Jordan Grace, Naomi. Like,
yeah. Did they give us a date for that tournament yet?
No.
Yeah. Still waiting, huh?
Don't worry. You can pay for Club WWE, though, if you really need to. They made sure they rolled that out with the quickness.
100%. I think what we seen yesterday on the Bloodline situation, I think the WWE, they have something there if they want to go through with it. You're gonna have LA Knight versus Roman Reigns at some point, whether it be a Sunday Night's Main Event or Money in the Bank. You have something there with Solo Sikoa. You have something there with Jacob Fatu. If they want to save this Bloodline storyline and make it more interesting instead of this boring situation that we all been watching, maybe, just maybe, you can throw a big swerve at him where it says, hey, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys all been working together. But you can't do that because worst case out with an injury. Well, storyline injury.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they want to save their beloved bloodline storyline, they got to throw some type of swerve in there, or just maybe, they can actually make this faction a fucking heel instead of tweeners.
Well, I
I am
mean,
so
I think
sick.
the purpose of last night, I think, was really just to establish them that they are a heel faction. And then you had the weird thing was that Jacob Fatu was basically mimicking all of Haku's arm motions from back when he wrestled with
Yes.
all like karate stuff, and I'm like, are you gonna put him with the MFTs and then Solo's gonna come back and work under Haku? Like I could see that happening, but then that side would be bigger than Roman's side, unless you're gonna bring Zilla and the other one, not Lance, because Lance is retiring, but
Lance
the other
Anoa'i?
one. Yeah, he announced that he's retiring March of next year.
Well, shit, it makes more sense to bring him in now.
And they might, maybe they do, but there's the other younger Fatu. I can't think of his name, but they said that they might be bringing him up too and putting him in NXT. But I don't expect Zilla to stay in NXT very long, especially with this storyline going on. It wouldn't make sense to keep him there very long. So
No, it wasn't. It actually didn't make sense to put him on NXT. We're talking about Zilla because
a lot
I
of
get it.
their
I get it. You want people to debut in NXT so they get a feel for what the WWE and how they do things there. I get that part. But if you got a family storyline and you just sign a family member to the company, I think it make more sense to put him on the main roster.
you would think,
This is not this is not his first go around in the WWE. I'm
right?
talking about Zilla.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of knows what WWE is all about.
Yeah,
Put him
I
on
would
the main
expect him to
roster.
get
Put
called
him
up
on Raw.
quick. The only way I see this paying off is the same thing that I was talking about when we first started the show, is that Haku should have been the wise man. When Paul Heyman broke off from the Bloodline, they should have had Haku in there immediately. That was a
I heard this.
gigantic missed opportunity.
No, I heard this not too long ago. I think I said it last week. I think I said, but now it kind of, to me, when I hear it again, it kind of makes more sense. I heard it numerous of times from different people on X. And by the way, I do hate social media. If the WWE really wants to get froggy and kind of make this make sense, you have LA Knight beat Roman Reigns for the title,
Mm-hmm.
and have Roman Reigns come back and beat LA Knight. Give LA Knight a short title run. The next pay per view, Roman comes back and beat him.
I wouldn't even have Roman come back and beat him. Roman is perfectly fine right now not having a title.
So you basically saying right now that Roman's bigger than the title, he don't need it.
Yeah. They've built
So
him up so
the
much
purpose
that
of this storyline, he doesn't need the title.
no. I think giving him the title period was a mistake at this point. Like the having him beat CM Punk, did it accomplish anything for Roman? No, he was already looked at as the OTC. It's not like he was fighting to get that title back or anything like that. Yeah, you won the world heavyweight title. Cool. It doesn't change the fan perception of you. It doesn't change anything. You haven't done really anything about defending the title. Everything is all bloodline related and it's all internal bloodline. And that's been the biggest problem with the bloodline. Everything bloodline is always internal. They're not ever rivaling another faction or doing anything. It's all internal struggle that they create themselves. So him having the title right now accomplishes nothing. And this is WWE just holding back talent. It's
So
akin to when Hulk Hogan had the title in the 80s. Other people aren't getting a chance to be successful and seeing what they can actually do being put in those positions because you have Roman Reigns bogarting the title the entire time.
So basically, what you're telling me is that the WWE should have done one or two things. Either they should have they should stick to their guns to their plans of having a Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, or even though he was out, and, he came back, about 3 weeks or a month before WrestleMania, you could have still done Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those two guys, Rollins or Breaker, would have went over Roman.
Yes.
Because quiet is kept. If you want to be honest here, Braun Breaker was supposed to fight Roman Reigns for the title, and Braun was going to go over. Because that would have been his big main event. That would have been his big moment right there.
Again, Roman is almost, I don't want to say almost, personal opinion, Roman is a detriment to the WWE. Now, everybody in WWE would come back and say, no, Roman sells us tickets, this and that. Yes, he does, and that's why he's there, because you haven't developed anybody else to that extent. Roman Reigns is the proof of what Triple H said about you got to earn your TV time is complete and utter garbage. They can force anybody they want to be successful. They just have to want to do it. Roman Reigns is the living embodiment of proof. Dude was booed nonstop because he was getting shoved down people's throats. Everybody called it and said, you're just shoving this guy down our throats. We don't want to see him. And to the point that, oh, well, now we should probably just cheer for him because they're not going to stop. They manufactured Roman Reigns is as close to like a music industry plant as you could call somebody. They put him there not to see if he could be successful, but to force him to be successful. And they did. But how many other people could have been in that
I had to give you applause on that one.
Well, it's true. Like they forced the success on him. And no matter how bad he failed, the first John Cena feud, he failed miserably. This is really weird. I can hear myself. but he failed that feud miserably, and they still kept pushing because John Cena made it his wife it down. They needed somebody to replace him. That was him. So they just kept it along. Forcing it along. Oh, you're gonna have to go and you're gonna smash Brock Lesnar. In what world is Roman going to smash Brock Lesnar? Could he beat Brock Lesnar? Sure. Is it gonna be a knockout fight? Yes. But the smash Brock Lesnar? No. But they made it happen. And you went silent. Hey, I don't hear myself now though. Win.
The crowd has answered. I have nothing to say on that one. I can't. There's nothing I can say. These are all facts. All facts are all. So if here's my thing, because I agree with everything you said. But the only issue I have is that they don't use Roman to build new stars.
No, they don't. And
that would be the perfect opportunity to do that. To have Roman build new stars that's not family members. I mean, we all know Roman Reigns is a locker room leader in that locker room. And we all know everybody
when he's around. When he's around,
yes. and we all know everybody loves Roman Reigns and all the whole 9 yards. Everybody loves the Usos. Everybody loves the Bloodline. But it goes back to back in the day, John Cena, when he was champion, what did he do? He made new stars. Even though he held a lot of young talent even though he held a lot of talent down, but he was able to build new stars. I mean, for example, Kevin Owens made his debut on the main roster. What was the first thing he did? He confronted John Cena. And he hit John Cena with that pump-up powerbomb. Got him over and got the crowd over with him. And
Yep. There's only one real noted time where people blame John Cena for holding back, and that was the neck. Now, Vince wanted that to happen. There's other people that said that John Cena didn't want to lose. Whatever it was, It's pretty well noted. Whoever called it and made the decision, it is what it is. Did it affect the guys? Yes. It destroyed the next basically immediately. Wade Barrett's career, yeah, he won the IC title a few times. Wade Barrett should have been a big star. Like a big star. And that hurt.
Hey, that's why I gave Wade Barrett a lot of credit when he went on John Cena. Hey man, I think he should have put the Nexus over. That could have done wonders for a lot of people in their careers.
If you look at who was in that group, there's a lot of good wrestlers in that group. Heath Slater was a great wrestler. The whole I have kids thing is one of the best gimmicks I've seen since Jericho did his list back in WCW.
Yes, it was. It was
the man of 1,004 holes or whatever. That was great.
So, the Bloodline story, like I said, man, if it wasn't like you said, and I'm going to continue what you said, if it wasn't for Solo Sikoa, this storyline would be nowhere, and one for Solo's, Raw would be even more boring than it is right now. Like prime example was being boring. Again, I'm gonna say this every show. Me and Jamie love women's wrestling. We love the women. We love the shows they put on. We know that when it comes to the storyline, the creative, that's out of their control.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do we want to see Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch versus Stephanie McCure? And I get it. 3-on-2 attack. How many times we see that? How many times we seen that?
Yep.
Instead of doing the right thing by planting the seeds for a split with the Judgment Day, Roxanne going her own, Roxanne turning on her good friend Raquel, and turning on Liv, we know what we get: Becky and Stephanie going after the championship that Liv holds. I have no problem with that. But the best storyline would have been, hey, let's continue on this thing with Roxanne and Liv, because Liv is basically putting down Roxanne, and Roxanne visibly getting frustrated. Let's go with that, because that's a good story to tell. That would be money. People will be drawn in. Everybody would want to see it. Everybody been waiting on it. No offense against Becky and Stephanie. I want to see Stephanie and Becky fight for the number one contendership. Let's go with the storyline that needs to be told. Let's go with the storyline that will probably be the best storyline in the women's division.
My problem is why isn't Becky wrestling Roxanne?
Like, we all know she's not going to wrestle Raquel because she don't care for the IC title.
Mm-hmm. It's so bad. Like, there's no long-term thought process about how they want to build any of this. Okay, so putting Becky in the match protects Stephanie and protects Liv, because now you have your fall guy. Unless they're intent on putting the title on Becky, which would make no sense at all. Unless they're really going to let her drop somebody else, like a Soul, which she's not even close to ready.
If you're gonna put the title on Becky, it would have to be for her to build up a younger superstar.
Well, that's my point. Is like unless like I said, they have her lose.
Then at that point, I have no issue with that.
If they have Becky win and somehow it leads into her wrestling Roxanne to put the title on Roxanne, got no problem with it. Something tells me they don't think that far ahead.
Something tells me they don't think at all.
Well, there's that. That goes without saying. But Liv doesn't need to be protected. She's still the top woman in the company. Like I've said before on previous shows. You can rely on her to do anything. She's getting a ton of hate online because of her boyfriend or whatever he said. And then people say she screams too much. Whatever. Other than that, you can't control her booking. That's Triple H. He doesn't care if she wrestles clearly. He doesn't care if any of the women wrestle. Again, Jade had the title for 100 days. Didn't do anything with it. Is that Jade's fault? No.
Rhea Ripley had it for over 100 days, but was still champion because she had surgery. He was forced to strip her of the title. He didn't want to do it.
Oh, of course not.
He didn't want to do it.
When people start calling it on social media, like I don't know. He's the one that did away with the whole 30-day rule.
For no reason whatsoever.
That's one of those. Why? If you have somebody who can't be on TV for a month, why would you leave a title on?
Yeah. Tiffany Stratton had one of the worst title runs. Because her title run was lackluster, even as world champion and United States champion. Lackluster. Why? He just wanted to have the title.
Is it because she can't wrestle? No. She's actually great. But he doesn't care about women's wrestling. That's just the fact. Yeah. He doesn't care.
Yeah. And there were other women. I mean, shoot, we can go back when Chelsea Green first won the United States Championship. Got off to a good start.
Fell apart.
Got off to a good start. Then it went downhill after that.
I mean, last night watching Lyra Valkyria and Sol Ruka. Sol won. Lyra looks way better than Sol Ruka. And she is a powerhouse. Like I would have to say she's probably one of the 5 strongest women on the roster. Nia Jax taken out of the equation because Nia is on a whole different level.
But what's her role? I mean, what are they doing with her?
Well, that's my whole thing. Like she wears this terrible outfit. Like her character is nothing. It's like she's a street kid that shows up to wrestle. You make her look like a homeless person that's sweating all the time, which is also weird. But yeah, she killed it last night. But what are they doing with it? You had her Bailey, and she hasn't followed up with anything. Sol Ruka loses the title, and you put her against Lyra.
Yeah. Oh, you know what they're waiting on. You know what they're doing with Lyra. You know what they're doing with Lyra. They're waiting for Becky to make her decision whether she's going to come back or not. And Becky has not, Bailey has not given them the answer yet.
Bailey's
she's taking her time.
If she's smart, she's gone. And I wouldn't blame her at all.
Right. So in the meantime, they're just putting her in these matches that really don't make sense. But you're following the same blueprint like you did with Liv. You gave Liv the title. Stephanie was injured. You had nothing for her to do. But when Stephanie was coming back, you incorporated Stephanie and Becky. You let Liv go over Io, and now Liv is feuding with Becky and Stephanie. Not Io, but Becky.
And again, Io could have beat Liv. Nobody has a problem with that. Liv could have went on to fight Stephanie. Stephanie could have come back and said, I didn't lose this. It was taken from me, blah, blah, blah. And now you got a whole new feud, which is going to be a better match. And then, or you can go directly into Liv. Like, you could have had Stephanie come back and go right after Liv for hurting her. And then you'd have Becky versus Io. Or you could have Io versus anybody. Yeah, I said that back.
Becky and Io sound like a good match. I wouldn't have a problem with Becky and Io. Liv and Stephanie don't need a title. That's a grudge match.
That's my point.
It's the same thing. Like it's the same thing we've been saying a long time ago. When Liv and Rhea was on the same show, they don't need a title because that's a straight up grudge match. And quite honestly, I think we were right about Rhea and Liv.
They need each other.
When you separate them, they don't do too much.
Yeah, they are peanut butter and jelly. They 100% need each other, and it shows when they don't.
But when you don't use them together, this is what we get. But when you do use them together, you get magic.
Well, it's weird because it's almost like they don't even have to be going against each other. But as long as they're on the same show, they're okay. But when they're going against each other, it's absolute magic. But yeah, they need each other. Like they are connected on some spiritual hip thing that you can't separate.
Yeah. I guarantee you, Triple H was getting happy in his pants when he thought that, ooh, for Crown Jewel, we're gonna get Rhea versus Liv. Ooh.
The Crown Jewel matches are so dumb.
He did
the champion versus champion thing.
Yeah, but this man probably didn't bust like 8 nuts in his pants thinking about that.
Oh, he did that the second Stephanie came back. He's like, oh, China too.
I know with Stephanie, that was a little different. He impregnated her. He was like, hey, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I'm gonna have to take one. It's gonna cost me my marriage. But yeah.
I mean, one Stephanie for another one. Right. But said one Stephanie for another one, but you know, upgrade after 10 years.
He loves name Stephanie. I mean,
but the problem, the women need their own show. They keep complaining about they hide behind. Oh, there's not enough TV time. Give the women their own show. Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day. If you trust the women enough, put them on Wednesday. Go against AEW. If you don't, put them on Thursday.
That's true.
You got more than enough talent. That's not an issue. It's not like, oh, we only got women on the roster. We don't have enough. You got more than enough for a 2-hour show.
Yeah. Well, let's end this on a happy note. Congratulations to Joe Gacy, aka Joseph Sawyer. He is the new GCW World Heavyweight Champion as he beat Atticus. I swear to God, I'm gonna fire my speech impediment teacher. I am. I'm gonna fire that mother.
See, I'm so nice. I don't make money for it though.
Appreciate it. Congratulations to Joe Gacy of winning the GCW World Heavyweight Champion. And it's kind of odd that he won a championship. Dexter Lumis won a championship post WWE. And these are the same guys who were on TV just
as a tag
team correctly.
It's not even the stable that they were. They were a tag team together.
Yes. They were a tag team champion. And now they have single titles. Congratulations.
Yep.
And I hope they continue to prove Triple H and TKO wrong. I'm just saying, I mean,
the Wyatt Six was a money grab. And that's the worst part. Is like they went into that with bad intentions.
The Wyatt Six didn't work because they didn't have the right person writing their stories. To me, honestly, if you see the way they did Bray Wyatt, we should not be surprised how they did the Wyatt Six.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. And look at they can't handle supernatural characters. Look at WWE now. They've cleaned house on all of them. Aleister Black was the last one.
Right. And this goes back to what Bray Wyatt and what his brother said. Their characters don't have to be supernatural. They just want to wrestle. Don't have to be the supernatural. Who made them supernatural? Triple H. Why did Triple H make them supernatural? We don't even know freaking why. And he didn't even want the puppets to be any part of a story.
Yeah, he was adamant he didn't want the puppets to be characters.
No.
And
you could have done the Wyatt Six, just a straight up faction. Hell, you might would have saved, well, technically, damn it, Alexa Bliss, she's doing fine right now. But just imagine you had Alexa Bliss as the leader of the Wyatt Six. That might would have helped a lot of those people. That might have helped up a lot of talent out there.
Instead of helping 6 people or 5 people, whatever it was, we're going to have you help one person in Charlotte Flair. Because she's so unlikable. We need our biggest sweetheart in the company to go make you likable.
Right. It's their fault. They didn't have to make it supernatural. You could just make the Wyatt Six just a faction. Let them wrestle. That's what Bray Wyatt wanted to do. And he just wanted to tell good stories. I think Taylor wanted to do the same thing. I just want to wrestle. I want to pick off where my brother left off. I want to tell good stories and
Well,
have a good singles run.
that's the whole thing. They went into it, like I said, with bad intentions. They went in there with just, we're going to set up a money grab, let it last as long as it can, and then they're gone.
You're going to sell a lot of shirts. You're going to introduce a amusement park ride over there at Universal Studios. You guys going to be on every Halloween, everything. You're going to make us a lot of money. And then when it comes to you guys actually want to wrestle, we won't got to release you guys. That's asking for too much.
The fact that they got 6 months into that run and Alexa Bliss was never even teased as joining them told you that they weren't the last.
And you know who's kind of heading down that road?
There's a lot of them. Oh, yeah. Once the luster wears off of Danhausen, he offers no value. And I say that as a Danhausen fan. The dude can't wrestle. Once people get tired of the little zany things, our truth worked because he could deliver in the ring. He had the hardcore title was its own entity in and of itself, how that played out. But the dude could go in the ring at the end of the day. Still can.
Yeah. He can. And actually, we're not gonna finish it just yet. We gotta touch on this Braun Breaker Obafemi match because Braun Breaker actually got his match against Obafemi at Saturday Night's main event. And Paul Heyman is right in the middle of things now. He's not with Braun Breaker, but he supports Braun Breaker. Obafemi, really, if we gotta be honest with ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, Obafemi really don't need to win this match. This story is all about Braun Breaker because Braun Breaker has heard the noise, and we already know that Braun Breaker is frustrated with creative. One of 20. So this is really
nice.
Huh?
20 is being nice.
Yeah, I know, but you know we gotta be a little nice. But this is about Braun Breaker. This ain't about Obafemi. This is about Braun Breaker. For some reason, needs to get back in the main event scene because for some reason they took him out of the main event scene. So basically, we're gonna get 2 young stars who Paul Heyman has identified as the future of this company. And we're gonna get it early. We're not getting it next year after WrestleMania. We're getting it right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see how creative is gonna do this for Braun Breaker. Either he gonna lose the Open Saturday's main event, and that's gonna cause him to snap and beat the hell out of everybody in his group, which he should have done already, or they're gonna put him over and they're gonna align him with Paul Heyman again. If I'm Braun Breaker, I'll be pissed by this whole thing still. It really doesn't make any sense.
Well, Oba losing doesn't really hurt Oba. Braun losing.
That's it.
Like you're going to become a lower mid-card guy in catering, and then you're going to be gone.
That's it. Think about it.
That's really helping you is your last name.
This guy went 2 out of 3 with Seth Rollins and won 2 of those, and he won the feud against Seth Rollins. So he not only won that feud against one of the Triple H top stars, you rewarded him by making him a tag team champion with Austin Theory,
which in WWE is a massive demotion.
Then every time you see this man come out with the vision, he distanced himself from his group. He distanced himself from Austin Theory, from Logan Paul. He doesn't want to be with them. He doesn't want to be a tag team champion. He's sitting there with a crazy look on his face, confused look, like, hey, how can I save face? How can I do this without getting fired?
The only way that this is going to look good, incredible, to make Braun Breaker be a main eventer again, he would have to lose the Sunday night's main event. It's Sunday this time, right?
Yeah, it's on Sunday,
Yeah.
September 6th.
He's going to have to lose Sunday night's main event. Just lose his mind, destroy the vision. Effectively, he's done. Go out on the Monday Night Raw, attack Oba to keep the feud going, and at the next PLE would have to beat Oba. That's the only way you're going to salvage this. Because if you have him win Sunday night's main event, whoop-de-doo. You won in a glorified house show. Nobody cares.
That's true. But it also goes back to what I kind of felt is that if you want the best out of Bron Breakker, put him and Bronson Reed together as single wrestler, but as a team, but singles. Because for some reason, Bronson Reed would get the better out of Bron Breakker.
The problem with that now, Bronson Reed looks like a monster.
He's in
like
shape.
An absolute monster now.
Wait a minute, is he cleared?
I think he's done. I know he's down at the Performance Center wrestling. All of his pictures he's been taking, he's been down at the Performance Center. Dude looks like a freak now.
Dude look like a world champion.
Yeah, he I think they said he's 255.
Yes.
Like
you know the bad thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, he can't do the fat man splash off the top rope anymore.
No, and I don't think he will be. No, I think he's going to come back with a highly varied moveset.
Good.
I mean, he made the fat man splash look pretty decent. It was the whole shaking thing that got me. Like he would fall in the air and just start shaking his arms back and forth.
Oh man, yeah.
But at this point, like they could come back and look like a unit, but then they're going to strap the tag team titles to him.
Nah,
Bronson Reed comes back. Well, we wouldn't do that. Triple H would. Guys, I'm going to make you tag team champs. You're going to have the titles fucking year. You're just never going to wrestle.
All they're going to do is, all that's what we're going to do is going to piss both guys off.
Like, how do you think they pitch it to the Street Profits? Hey, you guys are about to win tag titles. And then you're going to wrestle one time after that, and you're going to lose them. Then between that time, you're just going to hold the titles and do nothing.
I'm gonna say this, man. If Bron Breakker don't win this feud with Obafemi, forget about it.
Well, and that's how I think it has to be. Because if Bronson Reed comes back and helps him win, that just makes him look weak. So he's going to have to the Sunday night main event, lose his mind, attack the vision, get out of the vision, and then attack on Monday. Has to attack Oba to keep everything going. Oba can come out and say, I'm shooting for Roman Reigns or whatever. Bron Breakker comes out, destroys him. Now we got a match for PLE.
You can make a case that he might need to beat up Paul Heyman.
I mean, unless you're going to have Heyman be like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. Which Paul Heyman, I think needs to have like a regression into Paulie Dangerous from ECW. I think the fans would love it. I mean, just look at he did it real quick in his Hall of Fame introduction. Everybody's losing their mind. I'm not saying he's got to wear the leather jacket and the hat and the headphones and everything, but just act like Paulie Dangerous. These places play the Weasel character for so long. Go, just let everybody run with Paulie Dangerous.
Yeah,
and put him with Bron Breakker. You've got something special there.
Yeah, you do. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
find him for Gunther.
Good luck with that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. But don't boo. We'll be back on the weekend. We'll be back on Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about SmackDown. We're gonna talk about JCW. We're gonna talk about, hey, if you can be a professional wrestler, who could you be? We're gonna talk about that on Saturday. So that's gonna give Jamie enough time to figure out what type of wrestler he would have been, who would be his valet, what would be his entrance music, And how will you come out to the ring?
Oh, okay. It's easy.
I mean, it don't take them nothing but 3 seconds to figure all that out. But I'm just saying, I'm letting them get enough time, just to get that
we're
idea
going all
together.
time, right?
Hmm?
We're going all time, right?
Yeah.
Sonny. Prime Sonny.
Well,
Not
then.
cracked out ECW Sonny.
Well, then, since James like to pick the crazy women, we will see you on Saturday.
I said Prime Sonny.
Prime Sonny.
I'll have something different for Saturday, but Sonny's not a bad choice.
I mean, early Sonny, Prime Sonny, late Sonny, they're all the same woman.
There's a lot of cocaine in between those three things that you just named.
And shout out to cocaine on JCW. Shout out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been the show for today. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace.
Later.